Hey y'all, hello, I'm back. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Hit that like button, okay? Today we're going to be talking about Drew, Sidora, and Ralph. I don't know if you guys have come across the video where it looked like Ralph and Drew Sidora were basically chummy, and it looks like everything was all good and yeah, it was very, very weird. I will say that. Very, very weird to me. But hit that like button as you guys come in. Hit that like button as you guys come in. Thank you so much. Sorry about being late. I had a little bit of like technical issues. Got back home a little bit later than expected. And I had some technical issues with just joining. But yeah, I'm here now. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Let's talk about Drew, Sidora, and Ralph. Drew, Sidora, and Ralph. Okay. Um, so let's get into it. What I want to do first is I want to play the video for you guys so you guys can see it for yourself. I feel like it's better if you see it for yourself. So I'm gonna play the video for you guys, then in between I may pause so we can break it down, or I can let you guys watch it a few times before I then um discuss. So let me share my screen. Okay, let me make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. All right, I'm gonna play this and then we'll talk about it.
You call me? Hello, Ralph. What do you call me? Yo, I made all this food here. The steak, the hot dogs, the chicken.
Let me taste it. I'm going to sit down and make me a plate.
Oh. Hey, Helen.
Oh. Hey,
Hi,
grandmama.
Helen.
Ralph made the steak.
Oh, look at this.
Wow,
I think it's a bit too big. Let me do it like
Drew's making the cabbage. Her saute.
Saute. Little pepper mix.
We gonna have to table that to see how it tastes.
So what do you call me?
Hello, Ralph.
let's hear one more.
What do you call me? Yo, I made
want
all
you
this
guys to
food here. The
observe.
steak, the hot dogs, the
Let me
chicken.
taste it. I'm going to sit down and make me a plate.
Hey, Helen.
Please see Drew's
Hey,
face.
Hi,
grandmama.
Helen.
Please
Ralph
see
made the
Drew's
steak.
face. Let me pause it real quick. Guys, what in the wildness is this? Let's be clear. Drew Sidora had a whole interview with Carlos King. Just when did he release it? Very recently. Very, very recently. So to have Drew out here, and Drew is out here looking into his eyes like she's in love, and they just did a little something. I'm gonna play this video again for you guys because you guys need to see it. Shout out to the neighborhood talk.
Oh, look at this.
Wow, that's so
I wish there
good.
was a way for me to like, really,
Drew's making the cabbage.
Maximize it so you guys can see
Her
it
saute.
Saute.
a little bit better.
Little pepper mix.
We gonna have to table that to see how it tastes.
Okay, let's.
So what do you call me?
Look at Drew. Look at Drew.
What do you call me? Yo, I made all
eyes
this
like
food here. The
that.
steak, the hot dogs, the
Let me
chicken.
taste it. I'm going to sit
And
down
then
and
he's
make
out
me a
here
plate.
Hey, Helen.
as well.
Hey,
Like, what is going on? Like, you're allowing this man to feed you after everything this man done did to you, has shown you. It's like, that is crazy to me. That is crazy to me. And this is the thing. This is why people don't believe anything that you're saying, Drew. Because most people feel like, how are you going to go from, oh, Drew, Ralph, you're disrespecting my mom, blah, de, blah, de, blah, and you guys are going at it on X, to all of a sudden he's putting food in your mouth. Like, how did he go from the basement to all of a sudden up in the house feeding you? And this is why people don't believe anything Drew has to say, because everyone always thinks she's lying. Because it doesn't make sense. It's like, are you guys divorcing or are you not divorcing? And let's be clear, I'm not saying she should leave her marriage. That's not what I'm saying. It's their business, right? But what I'm saying is, you can't be out here on the show talking about how this man is taking you through the ringer. You were already on Carlos King, and everyone was feeling so sorry for you. I even liked Drew all over again. I was like, oh, Drew, bless her. Drew, I feel like she's going through a lot and she doesn't really have a lot of support, blah, 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 blah. I started to feel really, really like sorry for her. I started to feel like more empathy towards her. And I was wishing that a lot more people had more empathy towards her on the show. Only for her to be involved in some mess like this. It's like you're making it hard for anybody to have more empathy for you on the show. Because think about it. It's like you have all this empathy for her, only for her to be out here looking at Ralph in that way, having Ralph feed her. It's like, what are you doing? And as soon as I saw the video, I was like, oh my God, let me guess. Ralph posted it. And then I looked and I saw that Ralph posted it. Of course, Ralph posted it because he wants to embarrass you. He knows that people were not feeling him after the interview that you had with Carlos King. So, of course, he is stepping in to try and change it up. He wants to change the narrative. He does not want to be seen as the person who was wrong in the relationship. This is the same man that wanted everybody to feel like you were dealing with Tai Young. Same person that sat down with your ops. And I say ops because at the moment, her and Portia and Shamia are not, seeing eye to eye, right? He literally sat with your ops and was talking about you. Basically talking about you having an inappropriate relationship with Tai. And that's the reason why he asked for a divorce. Not his alleged cheating. Not anything that he's done in the past. It's what he's saying that you've done. And so for you to fall for it, and for whoever is making the video, and you're just there like, opening your mouth and letting him feed you, you should have been like, no, Ralph, no, thank you. I'm good. No. Now, can I just say this? Drew looks absolutely stunning without makeup. She is a gorgeous, gorgeous woman. Gorgeous. But girl, he is taking you for a loop and he's playing in your face and he wanted to embarrass you. He wanted to expose you. That is a man that doesn't even cover you as his wife. He knows the whole world will be against you when they see it. Yet he didn't care. He intentionally posted it. It's like when someone is a clown, right? And you're expecting them to do things that aren't clownish. It's like if somebody is a clown, they behave like a clown. That's who they are. They absolutely cannot help themselves. They cannot help themselves. So it's like, what are you doing? Hi, Sherry. Sherry says Drew knows she's not returning to the show, so the storyline is over. She and her husband will ride off with the children after reunion and scene. Okay? Do you know what? If this is legitimately a storyline, I honestly would be happy for her. I honestly would be happy for her because at least it's a storyline, it's not real, she and her husband and her children can move right off to the sunset. I would be pleased for them. But I don't believe that it is. I believe that there are genuinely things going on in that relationship. Because how can you be saying to your wife that she deserves Lunchables? Like, I don't know what storyline it is that you're playing so well that you're just like, oh, girl, yes, you deserve Lunchables. I haven't tried to give you lobster, but you deserve Lunchables. Like, who says that about their wife, the mother of their children? That's why I'm just like, I hope it's a storyline But I don't believe it's a storyline, because even with the storyline, it's like you're taking it too far when you're talking about me not deserving no lobster. But for the sake of them and their children, I really hope it's a storyline and they all live happily ever after. I hope so. I genuinely hope so. But from where I'm sitting, it's looking like this man is just using another opportunity to try to embarrass her. He wants to expose her. It's like when a man doesn't cover you, that man does not like you. How to know if a man doesn't like you? He does not cover you. He wants to expose you. A man that likes you would want to protect you at all cost. He's thinking, no, I don't want to put my woman out there. I want to cover my woman. But this man is out here. He ain't covering you. He does not want to cover you. Now, guys, the likes are not matching the views, honey. Please hit that like button. Thank you. Or hit that dislike button if you dislike it. Just whichever way, please hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. But yeah, it is given like genuinely. You're not really you're out here just like you don't like your wife. That's what it's given. Because it's like, even if it's a storyline, why are you bringing the mama into the biz? Why are you bringing the mama into the drama? Now you're talking about the mama and freaking ex. The mom is probably thinking somewhere like, how did I get in it? You know? So it's honestly very, very weird. I hope that they're able to get it together, but I feel like Drew makes it hard to be to be supportive of her, and because she is constantly letting Ralph play in her face. Even if this is just like you just being sweet with Ralph or whatever, it's a rookie mistake. Genuinely, I believe it's a rookie mistake to fall for him or anybody recording you guys. Because Ralph is who Ralph is. Ralph wants to expose you. Ralph knows that people think you're a liar. So he's playing into that. He's playing into that. He knows nobody really believes what you're saying. There's always a question mark around what you're saying. So how much more? He's like, let me add a little bit more question mark to what you're saying. Let me spice it up a little bit. So now everyone is like, yeah, Drew is back to Drewish ways, out here lying again. And that's not what you want. Because it's already so hard for people to relate with Drew. Because people feel like she's acting. So it's like people already think you're acting, and then now you're showing us something that makes it seem like the whole storyline is contrived. And you're playing in our faces. And it's not looking good. Now, I want to read what he says, and then I want to talk about it. Then I want to read what she says in return. So Ralph is saying, didn't wear the apron, but she called me daddy in the kitchen. Can you be serious for a second? Isn't that given like, oh, we're back together? I really do this cooking thing. Happy no drama Memorial Day weekend. You all be safe. Also, happy Memorial Day to you guys. But yeah, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So you're out here and now you're posting this. Why do you have to post it for the world to see? And it's interesting now, she's leaving a comment saying, please hit that like button, you guys, as you guys come in. Please smash that like button. Thank you very much. It's a free way to support the channel. Please hit that like button. So she's saying we have to co-parent and maintain a good relationship for the sake of the kids. Of course, they're going to blame me on the kids. Kids are just like, how did I get in it? From my conversation with my mother, I'm trying to approach things in a better way so the kids feel secure and loved. Obviously, I had no idea this was going to be posted. Based on how I looked, I thought it was a private, hidden family moment, not something meant for social media. Now, you know dang well that this man does what he wants. He does what he wants. So why would you be surprised that this whole hidden moment would be for private consumption and he wouldn't try to monetize, not monetize, but capitalize on it and use that as an opportunity to further expose you? Is giving dating your all, married to your op, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. But it really is giving that, because I just don't understand how he's now saying, "Oh, she called me daddy in the kitchen." Like, why do we need to know that she called you daddy? Why do we need to know that? You couldn't have kept that to your dang self, sir? Why must we know she's out here calling you daddy and looking into your eyes and looking like she wants that old thing back? Come on now. Someone said Drew is so pretty, they make a good looking couple. Love that they can still coexist. Uh-huh. Someone says allowing that man to feed you by by hand some food has nothing to do with co-parenting, but go off, sis. Ooh, I agree with that. I'm like curious as to what the responses are, but people are agreeing pretty much. Now we know dang well he ain't supposed to be upstairs, okay? Yeah, and then someone said, "Do not worry, you look good." That's a natural interaction and it's nice to witness. And based on the reaction on all the blogs, everybody's happy for you guys. You both deserve this. Girl, please. Nobody is saying that. I'm glad they're happy. I'm glad they're cordial and stuff. But it's really given that you want that old thing back. That is what it's given. It's given a little bit like you want that old thing back. And that if Ralph comes back and Ralph is like, "I'm sorry," you will take that old thing back. And nobody is saying don't take your husband back. It's your husband after all, right? So whatever you choose to do with your husband, that's your business. But the thing is, people just don't want to feel like they're being gaslit into thinking that there's a real issue and you're over it and you're done. Like she was literally on Carlos King talking about she thinks, you know, maybe she's wondering whether he even ever loved her. And then when Carlos asked if she felt something about like being gaslit by Ralph, she was out here crying and it's just like I don't understand that. So you had this whole emotion about whether or not he even ever loved you. You were crying your eyes out, and then you're in his presence, letting him feed you, letting him record you, and you're out here looking with like almost looking like you have love in your eyes as you're looking at him. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Now you look like a liar that everyone has been saying that you are. And these are the things that it's like, stop falling for rookie mistakes. This man has shown you time and time again that he does not protect you. Time and time again that he likes attention. Because why else is he telling us you call him daddy if this man ain't trying to get attention? He's out here trying to get attention at all costs. And that's why we're out here discussing it. Because you're out here being like, "Oh, daddy." Like, daddy what? That's craziness. Absolute craziness to me. So I don't know what's going to happen to Drew on the show, but I'm starting to feel like I don't think Drew is returning back to the show. And I don't think she's returning to the show because first of all, I don't even feel like Bravo are feeling her. She hasn't been on Watch What Happens Live with Andy. She hasn't really been getting like, yes, but even in the interaction with the group, it feels like they're not showing much of her interaction with the group as a unit. It's almost like she's always, there late. Everything has moved on without her. Sometimes we don't even notice she's not in the scene until a little bit later. These sorts of things, once you start getting those kind of edits where they're like phasing you out, where you're there, but it's like you're not there, that's a telltale sign that they're trying to get rid of you. And I hope that she herself decides to be like, "I'm not coming." Don't even give them the opportunity to get to be like, "Okay, don't come." you just remove yourself from the situation. If I were her, that's what I would do. I would completely remove myself before I get removed, because it is obvious from the way that they have been moving, it's obvious that these people are counting down. They're just like slightly phasing you out. And the sad part of it is she's been out here riding and saying, "Oh, bring Nini back, bring Nini back." And the thing is, if they bring Nini back, do you think they're going to keep you on there? No, they will probably try to stick to much of the OGs as they possibly can. They may not bring you back because for a while they've kept you on, even though a lot of the public did not want you back. So it's very much given like you saying, "Oh, you want to this, you want to that." Like it's very much given they don't want you back. They don't see your value on the show. The fact that you and Kenya are cool, but Kenya is no longer on the show means that like what needs do they have of you? So that's the only thing I would say, Drew. If I were you, you have a really good album, things are working out for you musically, maybe focus on that. I'm actually very proud of her for the fact that despite her going through a lot of things and she could have made a lot of different things her storyline, she focused more on the music. And also, interestingly enough, Bravo showed it because sometimes Bravo don't be showing the music. And I'm sure they wouldn't have shown the music. This is my opinion. They wouldn't have shown the music if Drew and the whole um Dennis didn't become like some sort of conversation about whether or not there's something between them. I don't think they would have shown anything because they wouldn't have had to. They wouldn't need to give us context, right? If that never came up, they wouldn't give us context. So they would just be like, oh, they would just edit it out. You know how they edited out a lot of Kenya scenes with her business when she first launched the business, right? So these things are done a lot by production. They would edit allegedly a lot of people's business ventures, a lot of things that people had going on, and just put whatever it is that serves their storyline. And I feel like because they were really pushing this whole Dennis and her and Dennis doing music together and how Portia feels about it, they feel like they get to push things a lot further. And so now they're like, of course, we have to give the context as to what is going on the show. We have to give context as to, them working together, right? So these are the things that I feel like is really, really like they're really, really pushing a lot more. Hold on one second, guys. Anyways, okay, so all right, back to what I am talking about. So yeah, I just feel like if not for the drama, so I won't be surprised if it was a whole contrived storyline and they knew that okay, the best way to do is to bring Dennis onto the show because at least that will create some sort of storyline of how Portia feels a certain way, blah blah blah, and then do it that way. Um so yeah, that's what is absolutely given, but to be completely honest, the storyline is falling apart. The only thing that I would say is that the fact that Drew was able to get an album out of it, and apparently it was a dang good album at that because it is on number 5. It is on number 5 on the charts apparently. So you guys must really be out here listening to the album. And I'm sure like a lot of people probably started listening to the album at first because they were like, yo, I hope it's worth losing your friend over. And now people are like, well, girl, that's a good album, so F your friend. So I think that's pretty much what it's looking like. But on a more serious note, I would say like I haven't listened to Drew's album yet. But if it's that good, if you guys tell me it's that good and maybe I should go listen to it, then maybe I would. But I know like some people have been saying like, oh yeah, it's good, it's this, is this. I haven't, so I wouldn't know if it's any good. But yeah, I definitely think like, yeah, there's probably, yeah, it may not, maybe it's not, maybe it's really good. Because to be honest, Drew has a beautiful singing voice, so I'm sure that whatever she sings would be like good enough for us to like listen to and vibe to completely. Anyway, guys, that is all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Please hit that like button. Um, I haven't watched Basketball Wives, so I cannot come over here and talk about something I have not watched yet. So let me watch that, and then I'll come live tomorrow so we can talk about it. I do have a few other things I wanted to talk about, but maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow. Um, Let me just have a quick look to see if there's anything on my list that I can talk about now, or whether I need to wait until tomorrow. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. I think I already talked about like Drew saying Brit does not belong on the show. I do think though that it's a bit rich coming from Drew, because Drew, I'm like, girl, the way word on the street is you don't belong on the show as well. So I would be very careful before I'm throwing those kind of shades at people, because girl, word on the street is they're not feeling you either. So if they're not feeling you, you may not even come back. So you saying somebody is not housewife material is like, girl, are you getting too comfortable? Like, is Carlos King getting in your head and making you feel like you're the ish? Whatever the case may be, sister, please don't let anyone blow smoke up your ass. Do not let that happen, because it is given. It's absolutely given like, nah, they do not want you. That's what is given. It's sad, but it's given they really do not want you. Now, interestingly enough, Brit responded to Drew, and I know we haven't covered that yet, so I'm gonna just say that real quick. Basically, she's like, Drew's the last person to be speaking on marriages after she's been going through a divorce for years. She needs to pray those court filings do not end up being public instead of worrying about me. I'm like, okay, Brit. Now, this is the kind of energy I'm gonna need you to bring on the show instead of reserving the energy for the Twitter wars, okay? For the social media wars. And apparently, she said, my goal has never been to destroy marriages for clout and a storyline. It's about wives, and Drew barely fits the bill. Okay. Then she says, that was a disgruntled housewife fan. Never met him a day in my life, but said he was an ex friend of mine. He was in his feelings because of an interaction on IG and decided to look for clout, and you fell for it. He's been a housewife fan for years. In every housewife comments looking for a comment, so spare me. Okay? Well, I definitely think like Drew is the last person. I don't, y'all may not like Brits, but she ate with that one. Because think about it, like Drew, you're the last person, honey. Ralph embarrasses you every 5 seconds. So you talking about her not being ready for the show, or talking about her marriage and not knowing what kind of marriage that is, like, honey, you are saying so much when you don't even know where you stand with Ralph. Ralph is out here exposing you, and then you're out here like, oh yeah, you don't even know if he loves you. He clearly does not love you. A man that loves you will never expose you the way he has. And to be out here talking about you call him daddy, like, piss off. That is just entirely too much for me. Anyways, I'm gonna go off now, but I want you guys to come back tomorrow. Go watch the Basketball Wives, and then let's come back and chit chat about it. Please like this video, please share, please leave a comment um in the comment section below. If you're watching the replay gang, hey y'all, shout out to y'all. Thanks for listening, thanks for hanging with us as well. Please make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Do you feel like this is a whole plot that Ralph and Drew came up with? Do you think it's a storyline? Or do you think they're legitimately going through these issues? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.